To lose an elephant for the sake of a wren is a very foolish thing to do. From West African Folk Tales. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. West African Folk Tales by William H. Barker. To lose an elephant for the sake of a wren is a very foolish thing to do. In the olden times there stood in the king's town a very great tree. This tree was so huge that it began to overshadow the neighboring fields. The king decided to have it cut down. He caused his servants to proclaim throughout the country that anyone who succeeded in cutting down the tree with a wooden axe should have an elephant in payment. People thought it would be impossible to cut down such a great tree with an axe of wood. Spider, however, decided to try by cunning to gain the elephant. He accordingly presented himself before the king and expressed his readiness to get rid of the tree. A servant was sent with him to keep watch and to see that he only used the wooden axe given him. Spider, however, had taken care to have another, made of steel, hidden in his bag. He now began to fell the tree. In a very few minutes he said to the servant, "See, yonder is a fine antelope. If you are quick, you will be able to hit it with a stone. Run!" The lad did as he was bid and ran a long way, but could see no sign of the antelope. In his absence, Spider seized the sharp axe and hastened to cut as much of the tree as he could, carefully hiding the axe in his bag before the servant's return. This trick he repeated several times, till finally the tree was cut down. Spider went to the king to get the elephant, and took the servant to prove that he had used only the wooden axe. He got his promised reward and started for home in great glee. On the way, however, he began to think over the matter. "Shall I take this animal home?" thought he. "That would be foolish, for then I would be obliged to share it with my family. No, I will hide it in the forest and eat it at my leisure. In that way I can have the whole of it for myself. Now, what can I take home for the children's dinner?" Thereupon he looked around, and a little distance away saw a tiny wren sitting on a tree. "Exactly what I want," he said to himself. "That will be quite sufficient for them. I will tie my elephant to this tree while I catch the bird." This he did, but when he tried to seize the ladder, it flew off. He chased it for some time without success. "Well, well," said he, "my family will just have to go without dinner. I will now go back and get my elephant." He returned to the spot where he had left the animal, but to his dismay the ladder had escaped. Spider was obliged to go home empty-handed, and he, as well as his family, went dinnerless that day. End of To lose an elephant for the sake of a wren is a very foolish thing to do.